Welcome back. Today we are going to make a sunset beach cup. These are the glitters that I used for this cup. All of them are peachy olive. I base painted my cup using neon orange, teal, and a metallic gold. Since I use spray paint, you'll want to let that off gas for 24 to 48 hours. Rule of thumb, if you can put it up to your nose and not smell it, then you can move forward. Usually for me that's about 24 hours. I'm using glitter glue to paint all over my cup. One of the things that I noticed when I was putting the glitter glue on is that when I put it on the metallic parts of the metallic wanted to reject the glitter glue, but I just kept brushing it over it and it stopped doing it eventually. So it worked fine and I ended up getting really good coverage. So when you're putting the glitter glue on, you're going to want to get all of the streaks out, get it as smooth as possible, and then I continue brushing it on. I just sit there for, I don't know, at least a minute, brushing it over and over and over the cup. As I'm doing that, it gets tackier, so the coverage is better. Fun fact, I actually own more than a couple sets of clothes, but apparently I only wear the same thing in most of my tutorials. Probably because I make such a mess when I craft. So I tend to use the same clothes for crafting. That way I don't mess up all of my clothes. Just in case, you were wondering if I actually owned any other clothes. I also bought myself the little individual spinner turner you see there. I thought that would be a good addition to have for the tutorials. Right now I am putting on Athena on the bottom of my cup. Athena is a custom mix by Peachy Olive. You won't find it anywhere else. It is my absolute favorite gold glitter. I use it on so many things. I use my scissors to tap on the top of the cup, which makes the excess glitter fall off. And as you see me going through this process of glittering this cup, you see how long in between um, where I'm having to stop in between each color, put the glitter back in the bottle, and it still was tacky enough for me to glitter the whole cup. So now I'm going to just glitter the top part. This is Halos. It's my absolute favorite orange glitter ever. I just ordered some more recently. If you can get your hands on it, you definitely want to get it. It is beautiful. And I like to do the bottom first and then the top because usually when your glue starts to dry, it dries fastest on the bottom and towards the lip of the cup. So that way I go ahead and get that coverage on there. I apologize for not silencing my phone. So again, I'm going to tap that off. Now I'm moving on to the blue, which is going to be next to the gold. This is called Seaside. I've done different variations of Sunset Beach cups. I've done pastel type cups with some pastel type glitters. This is probably the more vibrant, darker one than I've done before. It's the very first one that I'm going to use purple on. I saw a picture online and I just thought it was gorgeous and wanted to try to recreate that color scheme. So that's what I'm doing on this cup. Give yourself some patience when you're trying to blend these types of cups, multiple ombres or sunset cups. Um, just give yourself some patience. Take your time, sprinkle the glitter on lightly. You're going to blend your lines in just a little bit, but first you're going to put all the different colors on you're going to use. This is the purple. It's also called Belieber. And you see there a big goop amount came off, but that's okay. Don't freak out. We're going to fix it. You can hold your cup at an angle. Hold your glitter pretty high up in the air. Just lightly sprinkle it. Again, have patience. Don't just dump it on there. Take your time with it. It looks a splotchy hot mess now, but you'll see later it all comes together. The final color that I use on this cup is called Sweetie Pie. It's a pink. And again, I'm holding that glitter high up in the air and just letting that sprinkle down onto the cup. So now that I got all my colors on there, it's time for me to try to figure out how to blend them together. As you'll see there, it's not quite how we want it to look yet, but we're getting there. So I'm just going to tap off my cup. You'll see that all the different colors are going to fall, and that's okay because I'm going to put that in a cup and use that to try to blend my lines. I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, which lines am I going to blend with this mixture of colors? So I'm adding a little bit more of the Sweetie Pie to it and just a little tad of the Belieber. And I'm going to try to blend the purple to pink area. I'm going to go ahead and spray all over my cup with my glitter glue mixture. It's 2 parts glitter glue, 1 part water. You can also use E6000. Now that I have the glitter glue and I can make my own, I just prefer to do that. So you'll see I'm holding that up pretty high and I'm just going over that line so that I can better blend that area there. And we're getting there. So I'm sprinkling just the straight Sweetie Pie now. And like I said, you're just going to have to look at it and try to figure out, okay, what's not blending, what do I need more of, and just play with it. I'm adding just a little bit more purple. And for all the videos that you watch here, if you want to see the finished cups, I have albums on my business page. You can go take a look at those cups and you'll be able to see the finished ones on there. And I have my albums organized, glitter cups, non-glitter cups, ready to sell on hand cups, tattoo cups. There's a bunch of different albums you can take a look at. I've spent quite a lot of time making examples in between custom orders. So this is just the seaside. I'm trying to blend it a little bit better to where it meets that Athena. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit blended better. So now I'm going to mix some of the Sweetie Pie along with the halos. Seriously, you guys need this orange. It is my most favorite. I use it on all of my sunset cups for sure. So I'm blending that line between the pink and the orange. Someone had asked me earlier in one of the other videos, do you have to wait for your cup to dry before you do your second coating of glitter? You don't. I glitter, as you've seen in this video and others I've done. As soon as I'm done with my initial glitter, I spray it with either E6000 or glitter glue water mixture and immediately do my second coating of glitter. So here I'm going around the rim of the cup with just a little bit more glitter glue. As you all know, glitter tends to not want to stick right up to the edge like we want it to. So I'm just making sure I got good coverage up there. Make sure if you have any questions that you post them in the comments below. And also, if there is a tutorial that you would like for me to do, be sure you comment that. Let me know. I'm happy to do that. Feel free to like my business page, join my VIP group, and follow me on TikTok. I'm thinking about creating an Instagram because I don't have one, but I'm not sure if I want another social media platform. Look at that gorgeous blend. So now that I have put all the glitter on there, I'm going to let that dry after I spray it really good again. I'm going to spray it one more time. That's going to be my sealer. I'm going to let that dry for at least 2 hours, and now I'm going to smoosh, which is using wax paper, and you're just going to roll that cup in it. You're trying to get that glitter as flat as you possibly can. And you'll see there from the wax paper, there's not a whole lot coming off on it because I use a lot of E6000 or glitter glue. All right, so now after it has dried and I smooshed it, I'm going to go ahead and put my BT on. As you can see here, I try to do it when I have multiple colors, one section at a time. Even though it's sealed really well, I try to be really careful with moving different glitter colors around. So I'm just going around. And by the way, this is the slowest cup turner I believe I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, it is actually turning around, I promise. So I'm just going to continue to put a layer of BT on. My very first layer of BT is always going to be thicker than all of the rest of them just because I want to make sure I get really good coverage, and the glitter has a tendency of soaking up some of it. So because my first layer is a little bit thicker than what it normally would be, I'm going to let that dry really well, probably for 6 to 12 hours rather than just 4 hours, just because I want to be safe and make sure I give it enough dry time. I know the rule of thumb is to sand lightly every 3. I do it anywhere between 3 to 5. It just depends on how it's feeling to me. If I don't feel like my glitter is covered really well, then I'll wait to 5 layers. That way I don't sand any of my glitter off. I keep looking down at my hand to see how much glitter is coming off. Really, there wasn't very much glitter coming off at all. And because it was sealed so well, you'll see here in a minute, I decided, okay, it's all right for me to drag my finger down the cup to make sure I get off the excess. I'll be sure to put information and links to the Brite Tone, as well as to Peachy Glitters. I use Makerflo cups, so I'll put the information in the bio. You'll be able to find my links to my pages, my TikTok, and most of the products that you see in the videos. You'll see that stuff linked in the bio. And I do have an affiliate link for the Crystalac products in my bio. So I super appreciate anyone who orders from my links. It does help me out tremendously. So here I'm just going over, generally, I mean, this is kind of wasteful because you see me wiping it off on a paper towel. Generally, I'm going to be doing more than one cup at a time. So if I have excess on the one, then I'll wipe it off on the cup next to it and just keep going. But here it's just the lone cup, so I pulled the excess off and put it on a paper towel. And there she is. How about those blends? That is a gorgeous cup. I'm excited to get this cup smooth so that I can put the saying on it that I put together, and you'll be able to see that finished cup. Once it's done, I'll have it posted on my page. So you're going to continue layering every 4 hours, lightly sand every 3 to 5. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks so much.